Yo, what's good? Hey, it's For the Culture, episode number 9. Got my boy Duke here. Fury, you know what I'm saying? We live on Facebook too. But yeah, make sure you go follow For the Culture Sports on YouTube. And follow For the Culture on Facebook too. Now, let's get into last week. A little interesting. You know, it wasn't too many upsets like that. It was a couple. And it was a couple unexpected games, too, you know, like the South Carolina Vanderbilt game. But we can start off with high school because, you know, it wasn't too much out of the ordinary. Yeah. So we go to the college after that. So we did get to see Oxford versus Lafayette for the Crosstown Classic. Now that game actually started off a little bit closer than what people thought. Lafayette actually had the lead at one point, 13-7. But then after that, you could just tell, like, man, it's a reason why they got classes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's not a knock on Lafayette. It's just like they a 5A team. You know what I'm saying? Oxford is a real 7A team. And they just face stronger competition week in, week out. Not from every, you know what I'm saying? Because you got your West Points and stuff out there, but just on a, you know, consistent basis, they going to face harder teams. So to me, it looked like, not to talk down on the Fed at all, but it just kind of looked like it was more like a practice for them. Not going to lie. What's your thoughts? Now that's after that first couple, you know, drives and stuff. They kind of
it was going back and forth pretty much in the first half until like what score I have? It was
the score I had was 28
20 Oxford.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was going back and forth for a while, and then like I guess like in the third quarter, that's when everything shifted Oxford's way, especially from an offensive standpoint. They started just putting points up on the board. I like the fact that Knox got in, got him a touchdown run in.
Right.
Got him a little experience.
In a real game.
Yeah, and Smith did a great job. Fields did a great job.
Oh yeah.
Those are our main keys on offense as far as Oxford goes anyway. No, those key players. Defense kind of shaky, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's going to be a rivalry game, so you know.
You're going to get,
it's going to be, the emotion's going to be pretty high.
Right.
And then I guess you can say they settle down.
Besides giving up that long touchdown run.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the quarter, but after that they scored like 2 touchdowns in like under a minute.
Yeah.
So
I like I said, I'm still learning more about these kids and this team. You know what I'm saying? But now, this week coming up, you really gonna, these next 2 weeks, you gonna really learn something about Oxford for real. Because now you finna play the big boys of 7A.
Yeah.
Defending champs, which is Tupelo. So this week, they really gonna have to put their big boy pants on and come out and play ball, because Tupelo is gonna be very physical on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback right now is J.J. Hill. Like I said, I think the quarterback is still suspended or whatever like that. So they've been using the Wildcat quarterback with J.J., but he can actually throw the ball.
Okay.
So, like, I know defense is really gonna have to come to play. They're gonna have to tackle. They're really gonna have to get out the field on third down. That's really gonna be important this week. Getting out the field and controlling the time of possession, because, like I said, Tupelo is a very physical team on both sides of the ball. Going back to the Lafayette game, I like how they finished. You know what I'm saying? Oxford did a great job finishing the offense and defense. You know, they wasn't. It looked like they weren't looking ahead to what's coming up. So it looked like they really took their time and focused this week in the film room, and like I said, they did a great job finishing the job and winning the game. So I like what I saw. It's still the season's still young, but I did like what I saw from Lafayette for Oxford for sure.
Yeah. Now, we got to talk about Ty Keys though, cause that was just
When I saw them numbers, bro, I'm like, that can't be real, dog.
right. 546 yards on what 17 carries or something like.
17 carries, 548 yards, and I think 5 touchdowns, 5 or 6.
So yeah, I know we usually do Oxford Lafayette, but we got to get him Player of the Week.
Yeah, Poplarville.
Yeah.
I'm just call him an athlete because down there, it's so many keys down there, bro. Like, I think they got so many keys with the last name Keys, and they always popping out talent.
It's like Piggies up here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for Oxford. Yeah. So, like, that's our Player of the Week. Poplarville, athlete, Ty Keys, man. Them numbers was crazy, bro. That's like video game numbers.
Right.
Like, for real.
Right.
I ain't never seen, well, I have, but not like that in a real game. Like,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah. And so yeah, like man, looking forward to I know we talked about it a little bit. Oxford Tupelo. Now, do you think even with them having JJ Hill playing quarterback, do that play into the weakness of Oxford? Like, running the ball that much. Do you think they played in?
I don't.
Because I'm kind of up and down.
You can say yes and no.
Yeah.
I think it's just the main thing they need to tackle.
There you go.
He's a big back also, so it's like he's a big running back also. So it's like when you get in the fourth quarter, are you still gonna have that same enthusiasm in tackling him? Because tackling a big running back for 4 quarters drains you, and then out of nowhere they'll pop a pass over the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he can throw too, so it's gonna be one of them things where they're probably gonna like do draws and all that stuff, and then like eventually throw the tight end over the middle or receiver, like those shallow crosses and all that stuff. So it's like they really gonna have to be disciplined with their eyes this week for sure. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That's what you, especially playing a running quarterback, even though he's a running back, but that's just like Cam Akers from a couple years ago when he did this same thing. So it's like when you playing a running quarterback like that, you have to make sure your eyes are disciplined to where he is at all times.
Yeah. Now I feel like the way Oxford could maybe capitalize, they're gonna have to get out the field and run up the score a little bit. Like they're gonna have to show their offense. Now it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like. If you want to get Tupelo into doing something they don't want to do, like having him actually throw the ball,
yeah,
you need to actually go up on the score a little bit. You need to go up by a couple touchdowns or 10 points or somewhere. You kind of forcing them in to do something they don't want to do.
Well, that's where controlling time of possession comes in. At
yeah,
that's going to be key this week too. Like controlling the ball, making sure you're getting points when you have the ball. You have to score.
Yeah,
I don't think sometimes field goals are cool, but in this case, you need touchdowns because of the team you're playing. Because like they can score at any time. Like sometimes I watch Tupelo, it takes them a little minute, but once they get rolling, and it ain't no stopping them. So I think the key for Oxford is to create turnovers, control time of possession, and score. Like you really don't need no penalties in this game. Like those uncalled for penalties, like personal fouls and roughing the passer and jumping off sides and holding and all that stuff. Like penalties are key in every game, but especially this one, because this might be a playoff game again. So they need to play like they in the playoffs for real. Like for the rest of the year, they need to play like their goal is to get back to the state championship, and this is going to be one of those games where they're going to have to really put that big boy pass on and play some ball for real.
Right.
For real.
So now, before we move on to college, was there any more games that should be talked about as far as like good matchups Friday.
I watched Ripley and Lewisburg.
Uh huh.
That was good. That was a good back and forth game. It ended up being 28-21 Lewisburg. Those young kids from Ripley gonna be good a couple years down the line. Like they got a freshman quarterback.
Lewisburg, that's what they 7A?
Lewisburg is.
I'm trying to remember. Did Oxford used to have to play them in like in that same conference? When they in that same conference, Oxford?
They in Tupelo division.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
They in Tupelo division. Now.
Right.
So, then Ripley is a 4A school.
And just
The fact that they even lost to them by one score is like big for that confidence. Like they can play with those big boys, even though those big boy classes got more depth. They show that they can play with those big kid schools. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to shout them out because I was watching that game and they showed some toughness for real.
So, what you got for your game of the week? I know Oxford Tupelo probably be my game of the week, but what you think?
Yeah, that's one of them. Starkville and Louisville is gonna be a real good one too.
I'm gonna take Louisville.
Taking Louisville.
Yeah. I'm taking Louisville. Give me the points for 3. That's what I'm gonna say. Plus a mighty 3. That's what I'm gonna say.
I want to take Louisville too, man. It's just I don't want to give up on Starkville just yet.
I'm not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, giving up on them.
I think it's at Starkville. I had to check. I think it's at Starkville. But man, like we talked about the Golden Triangle, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's why all them teams get D1 players, you know. Well, they always have D1 players. And it's like, every year, it's rare that a school from that area has a down year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really rare.
Right.
And so, Starkville, Louisville, I'll say Starkville 28-21.
Okay.
I'll
right.
with that.
Yeah, okay. I can take that. Yeah. 28-21 Starkville. Alright, so now let's move on to college, man. So we go to Ole Miss a little bit later. But I want to talk about, first off, LSU, Florida. Okay.
That man threw 5 interceptions.
DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions.
5. Wasn't it all in the first half?
Nah, because he threw one at the end, too. He threw the last... Now, the first 4 might have been in the first half. Now, that last one was like... It was... I wouldn't say garbage time because they possibly could have came back, but it was at the end of the game, toward the end of the game.
I saw one of them, he threw it right to the dude. Like, he threw it right to him. I'm like, they had you hyped up from the summer on and you playing like this? Like, bro.
Yeah, but the problem, like, with 5 interceptions, though, why was the score only 20-10?
LSU couldn't move the ball.
Now, I know they saying Florida got this good elite defense or whatever, but, I mean, it's the same Florida that let South Florida beat them, and Miami demolished South Florida.
Yeah, and Florida got Miami this week, so you finna learn.
We about to see how good this defense is for real, real.
DJ Lagway cannot be playing like that if you supposed to be this elite Heisman candidate. Like,
yeah. I think that's out the window.
Yeah.
5 picks in the game, now he gonna have to come back with, like, you know, when they start saying, oh, we watched them grow up before our eyes, and you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to have a tremendous season where they don't lose another game, all of that.
You can't play like that this week. Unless Miami is not who we think they are, because them beating Notre Dame, I still question, because Notre Dame just be playing anybody. Like,
yeah.
And then Notre Dame is not in a real conference, so like they can pick and choose who they want to play. So it's difficult to understand who Notre Dame is. Like, Cause like
That's
they
true.
they
That's true.
ain't, they are independent, so it's like they can pick and choose who they want to play, but they align their football with the ACC, so it's like and they don't play everybody in the ACC neither, so it's like
Right.
you can't really tell. That's why they always end up getting in the playoffs too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, like because they ain't independent, and then they don't have no. They'll never be a conference champion, so it's like you're not really learning anything about them because of their schedule. Although they do play Arkansas next week, but you might still not. You still might not learn anything until they play somebody like USC or something. But even then, like they're not in the conference, so you can't really
Right.
really tell.
Now this game with Texas A&M. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they gave a penalty, right, to give them
for that field goal, I think.
Yeah, then they give
end.
Texas A&M some more downs down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that game really could have been over and done because I was like, when I was watching, I was like, man, it was third down. I thought it was fourth down just because of how many plays they had down there. Now they saying it might have been a holding or something on the play, but I feel like you don't want to put your trust in the referees at the end of the game. You can't blame.
Yeah, you don't want to have. That's for any level of football. You don't want your game to end in the hands of a call.
Right.
Because then you'll be talking about, oh, the ref cheated us, blah blah blah. So it's like it's best that you handle the game, have the game in your hands instead of relying on a call to get you like extra yards for a field goal or for a touchdown or say like a game-winning field goal or like a 2-pointer or something like that. That's what makes it so difficult. Like you putting the game in the hands of the ref, knowing that you got a penalty, and then you're gonna give the other team an extra chance to win the game. So it's like you gotta finish on your terms, not the ref terms, for real.
So I did see too that now they got Marcel Reed for Heisman watch just because of this game right here. Now I saw a little bit of the game. What you think his performance was? You think it's Heisman worthy though? I mean, he did put up 41 on Notre Dame, but
yeah.
But they did struggle.
I'd be so up and down on A&M every year because they'll do stuff like this and then lose to somebody in the SEC that you know they're supposed to be like.
Yeah, like how they did with South Carolina last year,
or like a Florida or something like that. So it was like, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I can give teams grace until about like week 5, and then that's when I go in and be like, okay, now I understand who gonna be who and who gonna be what. Some teams do improve by year's end, but like week 5, week 6, you gonna understand a lot of stuff about these different teams. Who defense is gonna be elite, what defense is not.
Yeah. So October is going every year. It line up the same way.
Yeah.
If you win October, you're gonna have a good season. You gotta win in October though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, let's talk about this Ole Miss Arkansas game. Defensively,
it was rough.
Cause they could not stop the zone read. Like he was just doing. He was masterful. Let's say that with hiding the ball because they did not know who had the ball.
Seeing Braylon Russell in person, their running back.
Yeah.
And the fact that another thing, big running backs gonna give Ole Miss trouble. So if you have, because wrapping up was a big issue for them, like tackling, gang tackling. You know what I'm saying? They was not gap discipline and all either.
Even on the run, like
on that big run,
I was like, "This about to be a touchdown." They wasn't even set yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They were still calling the plays out, and it wasn't nobody on this side of the line. I was like, "Oh yeah, this about to. If they run on this side of the line, this is about to be in bad right here." And it's exactly what they did. They was not ready at all. But I will say, after he had that long run, he only got like 15 more yards the whole game.
They kind of quieted him down. But it was that one touchdown at the end. Well, no, that was like at a 3 or 4 yard, so that was no big run. But it was a big run before that. But then that turnover, got lucky with that turnover. Not even gonna lie, because if they didn't get that turnover, then Arkansas was gonna win that game.
You think they was gonna go down and score?
They ain't able to create a turnover all game until then. What they did, but again, come back to that penalty, that holding.
Yeah, that was defensive.
I think that penalty costed them. That kind of cost. Ole Miss won, but I think
it would have costed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that penalty kind of hurt because you could think about it. Before they get the ball back to Arkansas, could have went up 3 scores instead of 2. With that
that definitely would have ended the game.
And then what's even crazier was Arkansas still could have won the game in spite of those 2 missed field goals that they had in that game too.
Right.
You would think a missed field goal would hurt you in some type of way.
Yeah.
But then,
I guess it did at the end, because it would have been tied.
Yeah, kind of sort of. But then, at the end, if it wasn't for that strip fumble, I think Arkansas was.
You might be right. I don't know if they would have had enough time to go down the field.
That's the only thing. I think it was like a minute and 40-something seconds. Because they was driving until that fumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, they didn't show that they could stop the run. And then when you added on a quarterback run on top of that, it was difficult for them to stop. And that's why I'm saying going into this week, they're playing another running quarterback. So it's like,
is he gonna be as on point as Taylor Green? I think Taylor Green should get a lot of credit because for one thing, he had 10 touchdowns.
And he was throwing that ball too.
He had 10 touchdowns before this game. You know what I'm saying? But I think he was leading.
2 in the game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He at least had 1 for sure. I don't know if they ran him in or what.
I know that he threw that first touchdown on that tight end right open in the flare. There wasn't nobody in the box where the tight end was.
Yeah.
On that first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the second one, that was a run. He was real fast, like they said he was.
I think he definitely improved from last year to this year.
And going with what you're saying about his decision making. You know what I'm saying? That was another good thing I liked from him too. You could just tell he was dialed in. Now they could have had 3 picks. So he did have a couple questionable decisions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if he was on point as far as okay, not open, I'm about to dump it off. Yeah, dump it or run.
I'm finna run. I'm gonna get out the pocket, then I'm gonna dump it off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was just great.
Keep my eyes downfield. Just in case somebody is up and I can dump it off. Or if I see room, I'll go ahead and try to get a couple yards and play for another down. And
when I see stuff like that, you just think man, I know people love Arch, even though he didn't play that great.
Yeah.
But if you got somebody like a Taylor Green playing for you,
you
know what I'm saying? They ain't lost the game yet, so let me not say that, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like he could be a difference maker just with the experience and the decision making, the ability to get out the pocket, just being smart with the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And speaking of quarterbacks, I see my cousin watching and she know what I'm finna say. So go ahead, coming by Alabama. I know that's what you want me to talk about. But speaking of Alabama, being Wisconsin, I ain't really see it, but it's.
Ty Simpson had his best game. He was on point for sure. He was finding open receivers. He was accurate passes. He was taking the runs when he stood instead of throwing the ball inaccurately downfield. So he did better.
Yeah.
Now it is Wisconsin. We don't know how good they are.
That's what I'm saying. And see, I love it. Like I said, I love Alabama too. So it's like last year, all the fans were so they didn't like Miro at all. And so they've been trying to hype up Ty Simpson for the longest. And now that Ty Simpson is here, it's now it's I want to see the freshman now. Just like Mississippi State, I want to see the freshman quarterback just to see how they measure up. But see, this bye week for Alabama probably is gonna do good for them.
It could.
Because now you get to get some extra practice, extra film in, because Georgia coming up next week in Georgia. So,
and it's like, you know what? Like, when you used to think about Georgia, like, that used to be a game where, like, oh, like, not, no disrespect to Georgia.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like now, like, you know, they don't just
make
it. You know what I'm saying?
Make your heart jump just a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You know.
But I think Georgia's still Georgia. But with their schedule, though, I ain't... Like, what they started off with, like, Marshall and UAB or somebody. I forgot who they played.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know nothing about Georgia yet. But you will find out next week when Georgia and Bama play. That's going to be a great game, too. And they both coming off a bye into that game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be very important to see who regroups and what kind of plays they come out with coming out the bye. Because speaking of bye weeks, I used to get so upset with Lane Kiffin. Coming off bye weeks, like he don't have no new schemes and new plays coming into that new week.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wonder what.
I think this probably got to be the best coaching year for Lane Kiffin, like maturity wise.
Yeah.
I think he coached the team into winning these 2 games.
Yeah.
Coaching wise, just not making bad decisions. Coaching wise.
Time management, knowing when to call a run and knowing when to call a pass, and then going with the hot hand.
Going with the hot hand.
Because Lacey, he kept Lacey in there. Because Lacey, man, every week it seemed like I get why you say Lacey. Because, like, man,
yeah,
Lacey, to be that small in stature and to run like a big running back is
right. Like he remind me. I'm not gonna, he remind me of sort of like an Adrian Peterson, like body size, like not Adrian Peterson, like what he can do, but just like how like he hard to tackle with that size. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Basically, probably like he can run in the box pretty much.
Yeah.
If you say it that way, he can run in the box.
He can run in the box, or he can, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying when it comes to that. I want to see Diggs more too, though. I got to see him a little bit. I saw Taylor. I need to see more Taylor too, but I see why you say Lacey though, a lot. And then to those receivers, Harrison Wallace, Trey Wallace, yeah, I like that kid too. Him and Deuce. I think those 2 are becoming my favorite 2 wide receivers now. Like Trey and Deuce.
I like the way, that's one thing about Trinidad Chambliss. Like, we ain't talked about him at all yet. You know what I'm saying? But
and the fact that me and you been saying
he can be
about
good.
Him before, like, it makes it seem like, like
just following the scrimmages, following like the Georgia. Like I seen a couple passes he made in that Georgia State game. I'm like, okay, like
can build off that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was just certain things that you saw with him that just showed experience that Austin Simmons don't have yet.
Yeah.
Like the one of the first passes he made, it was just a simple pass, bro.
Oh yeah, you talking about the one when he ran out to the left and
threw it to Trey
to Caden Lee.
That one too.
That's the first. When I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah. That was a split decision too, like, cause he was finna run it, but then he went out.
Yeah.
Went out to that corner and he threw it to Caden Lee. There, I'm like, I like the way he played ball.
That one, and for me, it was another little simple pass. It was just, he was rolling out to his right this time. They was about to score their first touchdown. I think Trey Wallace went to like the 1 yard line or something. He had him coming over, and he just waited until he got into the flat with nobody. Like, how you play on Madden 2K. I mean, not 2K, but 26 or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna wait till they get all the way open. Yeah. And just easy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Roll out to give your receiver room to catch the ball and cut up.
And throw it. Yeah, he threw it out in front of him. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, simple stuff like this is what can win you football games. You know what I'm saying? Like, just execution like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That, man, now they saying that Austin might play this week, but I don't.
You might well let him get healthier.
Let him get healthier.
Yeah.
Because now you got a proven back. I don't want to even say backup because, dog.
It's like 1A and 1B right now.
Dog. He did the most important thing that I always harp on.
Talk to him.
No turnovers, bro. Like, he was 21. What 21 for 29? 21 for 29. 354.
Yep.
2 rushing and 1 passing. No picks.
No picks.
That's the most important thing that you want from your quarterback. Oh, granted, it's going to happen, but you would like to have no turnovers as a quarterback, though.
Yeah.
Because they'll show, like, decision making.
Right.
Your IQ. That's another thing. You know, he looked like he got a high IQ. From him to be a D2 quarterback.
And coming in May.
Yeah, and you know how the playbook is like, got a thick playbook, and gotta know the keys, the cadence, and all that stuff, and learning it in a short period of time.
Right.
To play the way he played, yeah, it's Arkansas, but Arkansas always give Ole Miss trouble. So it's like, for him to do what he did, I think just let Austin sit for a minute. I know a lot of Ole Miss fans don't want that because they really want to see Austin, but man, I'm sorry to tell you, Chambliss, the offense looked more fluid with him in there.
They look like we was talking about it last week.
Yeah.
Like just looking like more like of a team. Like they look more together.
More fluid, yeah. And it looked like you can be more dynamic.
He was getting the ball to multiple receivers, like getting it out the Caden League, finally getting dribbling in the game. You know what I'm saying? Involved.
And I like the Daquan Wright play too. Almost before half.
But they had pretty much like a clear out.
It was like a little clear out shallow.
Yeah.
And he went across middle and
perfect pass too. Like just let him out in space. And Daquan Wright, he kind of like he's sneaky fast. Like because
I saw that, I'm like, what the?
Because I was like, oh yeah, they finna tackle him right here. He went broke the tackle. I thought he was gonna get the end zone.
Yeah, I did too. And I can't wait for a healthy Luke Hawes.
He did play. I did see him out there though.
He was out there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as far as like healthy, you imagine what you see with Wright and then with a healthy Hawes,
right?
A 2 tight end set with Lacey in the backfield,
right?
And then the receivers that keep improving I like the direction of the offense. But I think just let Austin sit some more. Let him get healthy for real. Because I don't want him. He was limping right when he left off the field after that touchdown run. And I think Kiffin said it got worse. But now they're saying he might play this week. So it's like, need to let him rest on that ankle.
Yeah. That's the thing about the ankle, bro. It's like, sometimes, like as a quarterback, though, it might be a little bit harder to play with a hurt ankle versus like a running back.
Yeah.
Because with hurt ankles, like I know a lot of people ain't gonna know, it's easier to run.
Yeah, it's easier to run than just standing in the pocket trying to throw the ball.
Because it don't really hurt that much when you run it.
Yeah.
But it hurt a lot more when you just standing there. You know what I'm saying? So then you gotta, if you're a quarterback, you gotta keep.
Yeah, gotta keep trying to evade pressure.
Yeah.
And then like trying not to get hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you already getting hit low in that area anyway. So it's like, I just think, to be on the safe side, now you see what you have behind Austin.
Right.
Just let them sit and get healthy.
Yeah, because I mean,
eventually you're gonna need them again, but
if
with what you got right now, just concede and let him rest.
If Chambliss does become the starter, you would want Austin Simmons as your backup. You know what I'm saying? That's a great backup to have.
But then again, you can use. You know how they used to do a 2 quarterback system back in the day. But see, they both do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you really ain't got to take him out for anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, true.
You can do a simple trick play with both of them in there.
Can't do that.
Because they both can run and they both can throw. So it's like, it's one of those things where you can really mess with the defensive coordinator head with them 2 back there like that. Then with Lacey back there also, or Diggs or Taylor back there. So it's like, you can do so many different things when you got talent like that in the backfield, they both got high IQs. So it was like you can do different styles and schemes with them two back there. But I think right now, just let Austin rest. Because you got LSU next week. So
It's gonna be an interesting game because if they can get some movement with LSU offense struggling how it is right now, I know Ole Miss probably gonna be one of the easier defenses they playing against, as far right now.
Yeah,
but
I don't need them looking ahead though, because
this Tulane game, they need to be focused in, because Tulane is still like a baby SEC school.
Pretty
you know
much.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, they almost beat Ole Miss last year if it wasn't for Pratt getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Tulane. I be trying to tell everybody, Tulane is one of those sneaky teams that can be the SEC team if they really like put it all together for real. Like, and they give Ole Miss trouble every year they play. So it's like, and Tulane is in the same conference as Memphis. So like, it's some dogs in that conference for real.
I feel like out of the G5, they might be the team that get the playoff berth.
Yeah, it's between them, Memphis, and well, I don't know if you want to say Boise now because of that USF. You can put USF in there too, but it's like up and down for USF. After
with that loss they got with
got beat by like what 30, 40. It was like 56-6 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can say USF, but right now I'm thinking Tulane and Memphis.
Either Tulane or Memphis, yeah.
And Memphis like another baby SEC team too.
Yeah, just because of the recruiting they get, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna get all the Alabama, the Mississippi players, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna get a lot of them players to come.
And they play Arkansas this weekend, so they at home. So Memphis and Arkansas is gonna be a sneaky good game too. And
they get right now is plus -5 points as far as Arkansas goes. So
Arkansas the favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.5 for them.
You see how close it is? 5.5.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Memphis is sneaky good, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see how Arkansas defense regroups after last week.
Now I don't really know much about Memphis. So I don't really know like they strengths and weaknesses.
I just know, but just based off history, I know they're a tough physical team, and I know that they can run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They have had people get drafted from their school, so it's like I know they have some talent over there. Like what's the defensive lineman? I can't think of his name, because he went to the Chiefs. I can't think of his name. Poe. Yeah, Terry Poe.
Yeah,
Terry Poe.
Yeah.
From him to
Paxton Lynch.
Well,
a few years ago, but still.
But running back Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah.
From matter of fact, he from Mississippi. He from like Philadelphia or somewhere in there, because I think he can what's that D tackle that was with the Eagles? I got his name in my head. He went to Mississippi State. Not Fletcher Cox. He can Fletcher Cox.
Okay.
So like Memphis, they know how to recruit. It's just where they at right now. And they were talking about them jumping to the Big 12, but I don't know if the money gonna be enough for them to move.
Because I know they was talking about coming to the Big 12, but the Big 12 didn't want them to come.
Yeah.
At one point.
Well, now it's like I think they talking about the Pac-12, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Particularly sure if they gonna go, but I think they kind of probably want to come to the SEC. I think, but the thing is gonna be like I said, how we were talking off camera about the money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
SEC, I don't know. Like that might not, because you got Ole Miss right there.
Yeah.
So for them that might be like, why pick up Memphis? You know what I'm saying? That's not really expanding our.
But shoot, it's talented kids in the Memphis area too.
It is.
I see kids from Memphis going to Oregon and Michigan and all this. I'm like, Also in that area you have the Soto Central South Haven, so it's like that's where some of the Memphis kids, some of the kids Memphis be getting from that area too. So like,
Yeah.
you think Memphis is not talented? It's a lot of talented kids in that area,
and that's a game like Ole Miss don't want to play. Like, man, that's a rivalry for sure.
That's half the reason why they stopped.
Yeah, you gotta stop putting that game.
Them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the years they ain't supposed to beat them, like, you know.
Yeah, what was that year they went up there and they had a good record, and then Memphis ended up beating them? I can't think of what year that was.
Man, it was probably it wasn't that long ago.
It was. I think it was the year either Tamu was there. No, it was when Dart was there. I think. No, it was when Tamu was there. It wasn't too long ago.
Right. I remember the game you talking about too. It was like in the middle of the day, real sunny. You know. Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah. Didn't take care of business at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big upset.
And this one, it was like in the top 10, I think.
Yeah, they were. Back to this Tulane game. Now, I feel like a way they can control this game is the same way they did as far as...
Yeah, Memphis didn't have to do me like that, bro. Memphis didn't have to do me like that.
But yeah,
Tulane didn't have to do me like that.
The way they could control this game is like the way they did against Arkansas, starting off with runs. Like, if they get that running game going, you know what I'm saying? Like, just get that going and play some good defense.
I think this week play action to tight ends gonna be. They need to do more of that, like how they did with Daquan Wright.
Yeah,
do more of that. Well, I think we got two good tight ends that can catch and block, so it's like. We need
really three, because Trace Buckler, he
did good too. I forgot I saw him in the game.
Like he could have scored a touchdown off Simmons, but he threw it to, that's his boy.
Yeah,
he could have threw it to Trace Buckler. Both of them were wide open in the end zone.
Yeah. I want to see more play action to the tight end. Of course, you're gonna see the receivers. I really want to see more of Watkins, also, because I didn't see him in the game. I saw more of Alexander and Wallace and there's another guy.
Stribling,
Stribling,
Wallace, and Deuce Alexander. Yeah.
I like that throw to Alexander at the end too.
Right at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like when he did sideline.
So I hope the guy from Arkansas doing better too on that play. That was
Kari Walker is his name.
Yeah.
He was a safety. Like I said, hope he gets to come back and finish playing this year. But that looked like
that was a big catch.
Yeah, that was a big catch. But the way he fell, I'm like, that was hard to see. I'm glad that they didn't reach. Most time when stuff like that, we show the play like over and over and over. But I'm glad they didn't do that, because that was heartbreaking to see. But like I said, I hope he gets well and gets to play again. But Deuce Alexander, that catch, that was crazy. Right.
That was a big catch. And it's like, it just go to show you, like, they was trying to load up the box because they, you think you got this running quarterback coming. He from D2. He ain't gonna be able to throw the ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He going down the field with one of the first big passes he had with Trey Wallace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it was that one. It was towards the sideline.
It was towards the sideline. Yeah.
On the left side. Yep. And then right after that, that's when he did that quarterback run up the middle. So I'm really high on this offense. It's just, I told you them linebackers, bro, they gotta show me something.
Yeah.
And you was like, why linebackers? Like,
yeah, because other than TJ Dottery, because he did get the fumble, we'll give him that. Other than that, I ain't heard Chambers. I ain't heard none of these other names.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, linebackers, like, I don't see no alpha in the linebacker core right now.
Right.
I don't see one that, like, because nobody was actually having gap integrity, especially when the quarterback ran. Like, you didn't see nobody stepping up.
Yeah. And then they was doing, like...
But then if they did step up, he ran around the corner.
Yeah, but that come from, like, man, like you said, gap integrity. Like,
yeah,
you doing like if you man, they tell you this back in 7th, 8th grade playing, bro. Like you can take this to the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Do your job.
Yep.
Like if you know you're not gonna make this play all the way over here on the other side of the field, why are you not right here for the reverse?
Set them up to come back to the middle. You always want the running back or quarterback to get back to that middle because you don't want them on the outside.
Right.
That's why coaches always say stuff like that, because you always want them to convert back to the middle. That's where everybody else is gonna be, and then you can clog the middle up. But if you let them get to that outside, it's gonna be then. That's why your safeties and corners be leading your team and tackles. That ain't supposed to happen.
That's what you don't want to happen.
Yeah, you know.
If you know your defense doing good when your defensive lineman got the most tackles. That's when you know your defense doing good.
Yeah, you do not want your cornerback or safety leading you in tackles. That's a red flag.
Yeah,
how they say that's a red flag, because then on the scouting report you're like, oh, we can throw on them. Because they're going to be down in the box.
Yeah.
A lot. So then that's when you can go over the top, because they more than likely they're not going to have a high safety in the middle. Just like that Mississippi State play from a couple of weeks ago when they played Arizona State, and they had no safety in the middle on the game on the touchdown. So it was like, I really need that linebacking core to step up for real. Like, if Ole Miss trying to get to Atlanta, it's going to be on the linebackers too. Make more plays.
Like, and we need a defensive lineman getting a little bit more penetration.
Yeah, when I was there sitting in the first half, they ain't even getting no sack.
Yeah, too much time back there.
Yeah, he was having a party back there, really just sitting back there. But then he took off, and then it was worse when he took off because they couldn't even bring him down. Like I said, he was 6'6", 236. So like that's a big boy to bring down. But this Tulane quarterback ain't as big, as tall as him. But like I said, he can run the ball. He's capable of running the ball. But he do hold the ball out a little bit to where they can punch the ball. Mm-hmm. So hopefully this week they can create more turnovers.
Need some turnovers, so no more dropped interceptions and stuff.
And don't hold while y'all getting a pick either. That changed the whole game.
Yeah, because if they would have went up by 17.
What, it was 21-21 at that point? I think it was 21-14, 21-21 at that point. Yeah. You get that pick with no flag and you go down and score, more than likely the game is over, because you finna get the ball after halftime. Mm-hmm. So it's like you'll be up 1 or 2 scores by the time when you get the ball back, and then you put on another score. You really gonna force him to throw the ball, but see that holding call gave Arkansas some new life and some more air to breathe, and then they went down there and ran their quarterback, and then it was a quarterback draw on top of that to make it even worse. It was a quarterback draw, then gave them some life, and I'm like, okay, we can play with these guys. And then defense, defense just got this week. The defense really got to get some turnovers. Like, yeah, it's gonna be important to get to the quarterback. I need Cam Franklin and Will Eccles to come on with it.
Yeah, Will Eccles did have a good game again.
But I'm saying though, like, as the weeks go on, you want to start having dominant play up front. Yeah. Because you in the SEC, so like, you need to represent that physical, tough nose type of defense. You know what I'm saying? It's
really on the edges though. They don't really run too much. I ain't really seen them give up a lot through the middle like that. Maybe every now and then, but it's mostly on the edges though.
Yeah, I think it's just that coming from what we had last year. I think that's why everybody is like, we need that defensive line to like take it up a notch. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because I don't think Ole Miss had a dominant D-line play like that in a while.
Been a long time, and that's one of the reasons why they not getting to the quarterback, because you want them edges. Them usually gonna be the player that's gonna get them sacked. I mean, every now and then the tackles will get sacked. Yeah. But you
do want them to set their edge. So like that's why I said set their edge so that you can force them back in the middle. That's why the big boys is
so they did. They did actually start doing that in the second half. That's why they weren't as successful running with him. Mm-hmm. They just took their defensive ends and just spread them out further. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That was a good,
But then they started throwing the ball, and that's another thing. I'm on the cornerbacks too. Like, then they started throwing on them.
And but They had a few passes in the middle, but it was mostly dump offs to the running back. But that went for too long.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You gotta stop that intermediate stuff too, because once you start getting going in the intermediate game, you can go over the top whenever you want to, and then if you see they ain't got nobody that can like a Amos or like a DeAnthony. One of them type.
Oh, yeah.
And they know you're not going to be physical. They can go over top all day long. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Now, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll get better with that when Jalen Braxton come back.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Because after this, it's Tulane and then LSU and then Washington State. And then you got to go to...
But is Oklahoma after this?
Oklahoma. No? Yeah, it's Oklahoma because Florida after that.
Okay. Okay.
So... You know what I'm saying? When you finna start getting in the middle of schedule, you gotta start playing like you were top 10 defense. I know the kids are young, so I'm gonna give them time to, you know what I'm saying?
The defense gonna have to
They're
come
gonna
together.
have to grow.
They need a really good game stopping the run to get their confidence up. I really think that
this might be the week. But like I said, Tulane ain't nothing to be looking over for real.
No, not at all.
So
not at all.
I'm hoping they're not doing that. But it's easy for kids to do that because you see what's coming behind it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think the only reason why I don't think so is because like you still got players like Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah.
And also, I know he might not be playing, but they still want to prove themselves every week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that might be the thing that could, you know. Yeah, like all of their players still want to prove themselves every game.
Yeah, I was just saying it because it's easy to do on any level.
Yeah.
High school, college, and NFL. Well, I don't know about NFL because that's a different ball game when you got money involved.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got money involved in here too, but I think it's different in college because like it's easy to slack and get complacent because people telling you how good you are and all that stuff. Like, oh, y'all 3-0, blah blah. Then like it's a team that you're not really. I don't want to say per se thinking about. They thinking about, but they thinking about the next big game after that. Like I said, it's LSU after this, and you want to get your revenge on LSU because I don't want to get in that game was.
And it's gonna be a real interesting game.
Yeah,
LSU,
so
we can talk about it because we ain't gonna jump too fast either.
Yeah,
so.
you want to get back from that game, but. They snuck in Tulane in the middle of it, knowing that Tulane is not one of those teams you want to look over. So I hope they come out offensively and defensively sound.
Right.
And I said, creating turnovers or not having turnovers and controlling the time of possession, I think is going to be real key. Controlling time of possession. Like you had to control the ball. And Arkansas did that too. That's another thing. Arkansas controlled time of possession.
That would happen when you can't get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the problem with not getting to the quarterback. That'll end a lot of that if you can get some sacks.
Yeah.
Third and longs. Like, even when they had some third and long, they was giving up some passes over the middle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting off the field is, like, the biggest thing.
That's very important.
Yeah.
That's important in every game.
3rd and 17, you got to get off the
field. Ain't no way you running the slant across the middle and it go for about 24 yards on 3rd and 17.
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen at all.
And it wasn't no gap integrity. And then it wasn't somebody misread that key and allowed that to happen. Then on that first touchdown, that tight end was so wide open. Like, somebody didn't communicate to get over or bump over. So.
I feel like they look like the defense from a couple years ago. Like last year, they had so much talent that it was like you could run man coverage and you wasn't going. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't fear.
Yeah.
Like getting blown over the
Amos,
top.
like. Yeah. Now I will say, Antonio Kite, he pretty good too though.
Yeah.
But he ain't no Trey Amos though. You know what I'm saying? So.
The fact that he done went from Alabama to Auburn to Ole Miss is crazy.
Yeah.
I found that out when they said, I'm like, he done went from. First off, you done played in the Auburn-Alabama rivalry on both sides, and now you over here. Like, that's a crazy transfer.
Now, I don't actually think he, you know what, I don't think he actually took a snap.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
With, I'm just saying, I don't think he took a snap with Auburn, though. Well,
I don't think he did, but like I'm just saying from the standpoint of transferring from that and then coming over here.
Yeah, right.
Like that's the crazy dynamic to come from. But like I said, the safety play needs to improve too. Like I said, it's early.
It's early. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get Jalen Braxton back too, and they might be a whole different team with him there. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be needed down the line for real. But like I said, hopefully, I'm really hoping the run defense improves this week.
Yeah,
because they have a good running back as well. Number 24, Michael Turner, he's really good. They got a receiver, Shaz Preston. He was at Mississippi State. I think.
Okay.
He's from Alabama.
Okay.
He was a former four-star from Alabama. He transferred to Tulane, and he's one of their starting receivers. So,
now I know they did win against Duke, but it's like Duke.
I don't know, bruh.
You see what Illinois did, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
but how do we get the quarterback from Tulane for like $7 million and still lose?
You sent him over there and lose to the team that he got.
Bro, I'm not. Then lose, and then on top of that, lose by I think it was 10. Cause last time I saw it was 34-27, something like that. I don't know if this time, but either way,
it was something like that for sure. Yeah.
Either way, you get this dude $7 million to lose to his former team at home.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's like like I said, Tulane is a well coached ball team. And so like
overall,
go ahead.
Yeah, like go ahead.
No, you good.
But yeah, it's like, man, he probably is the 12th man, the coach. You get what I'm saying? Like his just how good he is as a coach is gonna keep them in a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna try to get like you might see him at Florida. You might see him at who the two coaches that just got fired? At UCLA.
Now that you said it, UCLA and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he might be at. I can see him at Virginia Tech for sure. He looked like he would coach for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, no coming from a discipline standpoint, and that's what Virginia Tech really stands on.
Yeah,
being disciplined. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, they fans are very. Florida fans are built off like them championships, so it's like they expect to win. They don't want to be like 6-6 and nothing like that.
Yeah,
I get it, but nowadays you can't even build your squad for real because you only got 1 or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You only got 1 or 2 years to build your team up, and by year 3, and like I said with Coach Prime, then what I say, if Coach Prime go 1 and 2, they're gonna be on his head and not in there.
And what they got in Wyoming,
and
right?
If you lose at home to Wyoming and you 1 and 3, he finna be out of there. Love Coach Prime, but you can't. Then you got all those Hall of Famers, and you always got all these celebrities come. If you gotta continue to get motivation speeches from people, and it don't resonate, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Because you can't keep telling your team, I need you to be disciplined, I need you to be smart and tough physical with character, and then in the games you're not doing it, and then you got to come back the next week and say it again. That is a problem.
Yeah,
it's a big problem.
I think he's trying his best to coach what he got into a winning team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna be hard for them in the trenches as far as offensive line, defensive line go. Like that's what they've been struggling.
And that's what I said. I don't see no dogs at all. The quarterback maybe Jordan Seaton. But everywhere else, I don't see no dominant alpha on that team. Then, I said, all that jury ain't going to help you win games.
Right.
Ole Miss got kids like jury, but I think with Lane, though, like, I guess from his maturing standpoint, he done grew up to the point where now, like, the kids understand, like...
He mature enough enough as Lane Kiffin can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
coming
go ahead.
from all that stuff he did from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And Oakland, when he had that dude kick a 60-yard field goal in Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. But
going for it on your 30, your own 30 against Alabama and stuff like that.
And then, like I said, I love Coach Prime, and I love the coaching staff that he has, but you can't keep preaching the same thing and them kids not listening. Because you talking about we want to be tough, smart, fast, and disciplined with character, and you having to re-speech discipline every week,
Mm-hmm.
and then you having these celebrities come in and give motivation speeches, and they still not listening. That is a problem.
Man,
That's why you 1-2 right now.
you got to get them players too. It's just like he can't.
And then I think he's trying to make it like the NFL also, like with as far as like now that the kids are getting paid and stuff, he trying to make it like that. But this is the generation where these kids not. They might respect you, but they not playing like. My thing is, I don't think they not playing like they respect him. Honestly, I don't know if you can say it like that, but it feel like they playing like they don't respect him because you could have won that Houston game, but then you started turning the ball over, then got undisciplined. And then Connor Wingman, we talked about him how he can run. You know what I'm saying? He ran a whole lot.
Yeah.
Free. Like, he wasn't getting tackled a lot. So it's like, I really hope he can turn this season around, because if he go 1-3, it's going to be an issue, and they probably finna call for him to be gone.
Cause
hate to say it, but
you right. Cause it might turn like 10 years from now. It might turn into one of them situations where you were like, you remember when Deion used to coach for a couple years? You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember he had a little run at Texas State for a couple years.
And the only real winning season was when he had his son and Travis Hunter here. Like, don't nobody want to be remembered for that.
Yeah.
Like I said, you go 1-3, and then you got TCU coming up.
Right.
So it's like he can't afford to lose. It's really like he in a lose situation. Now if he loses to TCU, you 2-3, 1-4, like it's a wrap. Like it's over with. So I hate it for him, but it's like I don't see no dominant receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You having issues at quarterback to the point that you got to play all three.
Right.
And that shouldn't be like that.
And that show right there, like.
And that's half the issue.
That show right there, not having confidence in the one player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes even if maybe he ain't doing the best, you got to keep it with him. You know what I'm saying? Keep him in there. Like if you think about it, like people think Jackson Dart was this great quarterback at first. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
it took him some time, but that's
Lane Kiffin left him in there.
With him. He worked with him.
Like you staying in there. You know what I'm saying?
Just like with Corral, when Corral threw them 6 interceptions in that Arkansas game, he stuck with him, and Corral eventually got out
Next
of that
season,
rut,
yeah.
and then next year he took off.
Yeah, and look at Heisman watch. The same thing with Jackson Dart. Heisman watch.
So it's like,
and I can see the same thing for Austin Simmons too. In the future.
Yeah, but see, he's just a sophomore for real.
Yeah.
And he got 2 more years, so that's why I just said like, let Chambliss go ahead and get what he got to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let him put some NFL tape on.
Probably,
Possibly.
he might leave this year, or possibly they might give him another year if he want another year, just because he came from D2.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just let Austin see it. One more year.
Because I think it's just so important right now. It's for the future.
Yeah.
Like, they just want this season. Like, this year, the main goal for Ole Miss, they won a national championship, but I feel like the main goal is just to make it in the playoff. That's the goal they want to get to, is just to make it in there.
I can say get to Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think I'd say first get to Atlanta, and then if it so happen to get to the playoffs, then yeah. But I think
it's gonna be multiple teams like out of the SEC that's gonna make it in there though, without actually having to go to the SEC championship though this year, just because they so dominant right now in the polls.
Yeah, and that's why they trying to expand it, because they know SEC got that, like I said, through the power with ESPN. So it's a whole bunch of stuff I can go into about it, but mainly with the SEC got the money, and
that's the thing.
And then that's why you think ESPN trying to be a part of the SEC network. That's why they tying in ESPN to APC with the SEC network. Yeah. See, that's why they trying to get everybody to get this ESPN package and junk. So yeah, it's a lot I can go into.
Yeah, because, I mean, as far as CBS blew it with the contract.
Yep. And that's why Pac-12 over there. I mean, that's why Big Ten.
Big Ten over there. And it's like, man, boy, the games they be putting on, boy.
Yeah,
like,
it
this
don't
the
be worth
best
it.
game you can put on.
You putting on Oregon and Penn State. And
Man.
Oregon don't win by like 40.
Who they put on last? It was Oregon and
Northwestern was on Fox. And that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, now Fox might have a, they might have a okay.
Ohio State, Penn State. That's in Ohio State, Michigan. But other than that, it's like USC, UCLA.
College football would be nothing without the SEC, bro. Like, as far people can say what they want to say,
yeah,
but like them games be fun to watch. Like, a lot of them be the best entertaining game, like even more than NFL sometimes.
Just like that LSU Kentucky game from a couple years ago on CBS. When they went in the overtime and Kentucky won on that long pass, RP to Jared Lorenzen.
Oh yeah, you.